what are some signs that your mental health is not in a great place?
Yeah, it's such a good question. I was looking at some things. And the National Alliance of Mental Health says that 1 in 5 adults every year will have some kind of mental illness. So that is a lot. And the same statistic is for kids all over the world, 1 in 5. And that's sometimes kids, it's not as easy to determine. But I think the whole idea of mental health is something that a lot of us will have to deal with at some point or other in our marriage. Nancy and I both had severe depression at times in our marriage. And so I guess my experience is not only from counseling people, but also the things that we've been through with that too. So some of the signs, I think if you look at mood changes, that's when I can have some of the seasonal depression. And that's, I think, what Nancy sees in me. I'm just, because I'm usually light and happy. I'm doing silly things and anything I can do to make her laugh. And, when I'm not doing that, she knows that something's a little off there. Maybe you're changing your lifestyle, your health. Maybe you're not sleeping like you would. Maybe all of a sudden you're not eating right. You're eating more junk food all the time. You used to exercise and you're not. I think those can be signs to look for. If you begin to withdraw from people or things that you would usually enjoy, maybe you're like having a good friend and you have lunch every Tuesday for a long time and you start finding excuses not to go and you begin to withdraw somewhat. And then just the way you view life, yourself and the world and everything around you. So I think looking for, it's really when you're doing some things different than what your normal is. And sometimes I think a spouse or a close friend will notice that, or a parent will notice that before you do sometimes, because sometimes I think we just all of a sudden can fall into it. I think most of us in my situation, if we kind of gradually ease into it, which is, like, the frog in the boiling pot of water. If you put them in when it's not boiling, we kind of stay there and we don't really realize what's going on.